Well, Meghan Markle is allegedly very worried that Prince William could move to strip her of her Duchess of Sussex title when he becomes monarch. Of course, Harry and Meghan remain the Duke and Duchess of Sussex despite giving up their royal duties 5 years ago and then going on to publicly slam the monarchy. However, this recent decision to strip Prince Andrew and Fergie of their royal titles has reportedly sent a chill through Montecito, with the Sussexes fearing that they could be next. You know, if I was Meghan, I'd be pretty worried too, because she's still happy to use the Duchess of Sussex title. Absolutely. I mean, she uses it on her website as she tries to sell her candles and her jams.
Her whole global brand is based on being the Duchess of Sussex. It's not about being a former actress, although apparently she's now filming a new TV series or movie or something. So if that's stripped, if she loses her title, and indeed if Prince Harry does as well, they become ordinary celebrities. And when I mean ordinary celebrities in Hollywood, they're in the same pool fighting for the same opportunities, less resourced and less well connected than their celebrity chums like Oprah and people like that, Serena Williams and so forth. So it's a real issue for her because, you know, having that royal cachet is what people like and what makes people buy her jam or her edible flowers or whatever it is on their website. So,
oh, here we go again. Sky News just can't help themselves. Another day, another desperate attempt to throw Meghan Markle under the bus, this time over a fantasy headline that she might sue King Charles for losing her royal titles. Seriously? Let's unpack this circus of absurdity. Because if there's one thing Meghan Markle has proven time and again, it's that she doesn't need a dusty royal title to shine. She is the brand, the voice, the vision, the movement, and no Sky News contributor can change that. So, apparently, Sky News thought it was clever to give their contributor Louise Roberts a microphone and let her rant about Meghan Markle allegedly planning to sue over her titles. Now, let's be clear. This rumour didn't start with Meghan. She never said it. There's no court filing, no statement, not even a whisper from her team. This story was cooked up in the British media's rumour kitchen, the same one that's been burning toast since 2018. And yet there's Roberts telling presenter Gabriella Power how ridiculous it would be for Meghan to sue the king, as if she's commenting on something that actually happened. You almost have to laugh at the irony. Louise is calling the story ridiculous, while simultaneously giving airtime to the very nonsense she admits doesn't exist. It's the Royal Media Playbook 101. Invent a scandal, then invite a commentator to call it outrageous. Instant clicks. Manufactured outrage, rinse, repeat. Louise Roberts says, quote, "It was given to her by an institution she rejected and criticised heavily." Well, here's the truth bomb. Meghan and Harry didn't reject the institution. They rejected the abuse within it. They rejected the racism, the double standards, the lies, and the smear campaigns that were orchestrated to protect others at their expense. They chose peace over palace politics, mental health over media manipulation, family over formality. And that choice cost them plenty. But it also gave them something far more valuable: freedom. Meghan isn't clinging to a title. She's not building her empire on Duchess of Sussex labels. She's building it on Meghan Markle, the woman who redefined what resilience, reinvention, and self-worth look like in the modern era. If tomorrow she woke up and that title was gone, her products would still sell out, her documentaries would still trend, and her name would still open doors. Because people aren't buying a duchess, they're inspired by a woman who refused to be silenced. Louise Roberts also claimed Meghan is in no place to say it's mine. Really, Louise? You mean the title that was given to her by the same institution that now leaks and spins her every move? The same institution that's built an entire narrative of duty and grace while ignoring its own scandals? It's almost comical how Sky News pundits twist reality. Meghan didn't beg for that title. It was handed to her when she married into the family. She accepted it, honoured it, and even while being attacked, she represented it with dignity. The problem isn't the title. It's the media obsession with defining Meghan through it. Sky News doesn't talk about the Duchess of Cornwall's title. They don't obsess over Prince Andrew's privileges. But when it comes to Meghan Markle, every syllable, every move, every whisper is turned into a headline. Why? Because Meghan sells. She drives traffic. She's a story the tabloids can't quit, even as they pretend to hate her. Let's get something straight. Meghan Markle's power doesn't come from royal approval. It comes from her authenticity, her humanity, her work. The same woman who championed women's rights long before she met Prince Harry. The same woman who helped rebuild communities after Grenfell. The same woman who's now shaping a global brand, kindness, quality and purpose. She's already doing what the royals could never, reaching people directly, not through courtiers, not through palace press briefings, but through connection and creativity. And that's exactly why the British media can't stand it. Because Meghan isn't playing by their script. She doesn't need them. She doesn't even acknowledge their noise anymore. And that silence is driving them mad. Let's be honest, even if Meghan lost every single royal title tomorrow, her story wouldn't lose a single beat. Her podcast would still climb charts. Her products would still sell. Her presence would still command global attention. Because Meghan Markle isn't defined by royalty. She's defined by relevance. And that's something Sky News can't take away. Here's the part Sky News won't admit. Every time they drag Meghan's name into a false controversy, they're actually proving her point about how toxic the British media really is. They've built entire careers out of dissecting her wardrobe, her tone, her expressions, her decisions, while protecting others who've done far worse. But the world has changed. Viewers aren't blind. They see through the spin. They're calling out the bias, and they're tuning out the hate. Because here's the irony. Every time Sky News runs another Meghan outrage story, it's Meghan who trends, not them. While tabloids debate fabricated stories, Meghan focuses on her true work. Her life isn't about royal approval, but purposeful impact. The Archewell Foundation supports diverse causes, from disaster relief to vaccine equity. Meghan's advocacy for women and girls continues her pre-royal work. Her influence stems from authenticity, not a crown. This true story isn't scandalous enough for mainstream media. Meghan's focus is on growth, humanitarian work, and positive change. She's not seeking palace approval. She's living her life. The real news is her actual accomplishments. Let's recognise her true impact. So, Louise Roberts, Sky News, and everyone still stuck in 2019. Here's a little truth to sit with. You can strip away a title. You can spin the headlines. You can shout into your echo chamber all you want, but you can't erase impact. Meghan Markle's legacy isn't tied to a Duchess crown. It's tied to her courage, her compassion, and her refusal to let small minds define her. Titles come and go, but purpose, that stays. So while the British press wastes breath on imaginary lawsuits, Meghan Markle continues to build a future that's authentic, inclusive, and yes, royally successful in its own right. And that, dear Sky News, is what really scares you.